All right, man, get some shut-eye and get your rest because tomorrow I'm going to take you on a wild ride. What's cracking, Snapchat? My name...
What's cracking, Snapchat? Matt Lamarche here with Lamarche Landscaping out of Atlanta, Georgia. Don't worry about Eric, he's gonna be just fine. Go check him out on mine. If you guys are into trucks, if you guys are into DIY, hey Claudia. If you guys like beautiful landscapes, paired with beautiful homes, really unique properties. Guys, I'm sorry. That last snap was not meant for you. I apologize. No one likes watching that. I promise. That's not going to happen again. Just kidding, guys. In all seriousness, though, if you guys are into unbelievable landscapes and outdoor spaces, you're going to love today's story. Eric said we were going to take you for a wild ride today. He wasn't lying. But that's going to come later. Let me tell you more about me. After working in corporate America for about 12 years, I decided I wasn't satisfied anymore and then I wanted to pursue my passion in building a business. What really got me motivated was my last job. I thought it was the perfect job when I started. After 2 years, I was done. I worked in sales and marketing and thought if I could just take that skill set to my own business, I'd be super successful. So when I started my business, I started part-time while I was still working and just hustling and grinding on the weekends, 7 days a week, whenever I could fit it in. Both my grandfathers were entrepreneurs, and I just knew from a very, very young age I was not cut out to be an employee. So that got me thinking. I thought I like to work outside, I like to work with my hands, I like the satisfaction that you get from finishing a property and making it look great. Landscaping was an easy choice for me, but now, a year later, people only see all the good stuff. Let me show you where we started. When I first started my business, this was my equipment. That mower and a blower was all I had in the back of my SUV. Unlike most guys that run out, buy a bunch of equipment, spend a bunch of money, go into debt. That's enough about me though, right? So let's go show you some of the projects that we've done over the last year. Let's go. Alright guys, no, it's cool, you're with me, come on, let's go, come on. Alright guys, so here's a little fire pit we installed with all the slate in here as well. I'm going to show you something really important up in there though. The reason we were hired to do this project was this guy couldn't get grass to grow in here, so we basically just graded it out, put this slate down, but also put this fire pit in. One of the little details though that kind of makes us different is I wanted this thing to look like it was coming up out of the earth. So we put the fire pit in first, then put the slate down. So now you get about a quarter, maybe a third of that first block that looks like it's just coming up out of the ground. Just a really cool detail. All right guys, we gotta get out of there. There's like a 90-pound Rottweiler in there. Before we head off to the next project, I do want to show you guys the before and after of that project, and then we're going to add value and talk about scale in your landscaping. Alright guys, when I talk about scale, I'm talking about how something fits on the property, okay? So these are huge lots, about half an acre, and you can see that fire pit fits in perfectly right in the middle. Not too big, not too small, just right. Additionally guys, if you guys are thinking about putting a pond over there or a water feature back there, scale is so important because you don't want it to be too big or too small. Let me show you what I mean. On this property, you've got this great little entertainment area and then a ton of yard, right? So if we're gonna do that same fire pit over here, we don't want it to take up only this much space. It really needs to be just a little bit larger so you can get more people up there, but so that it also fits. This is the perfect size right here. Now look, I know that size is not the only consideration. You do have to think about value, the cost, obviously the placement in the yard, right? Has anyone checked on Eric, by the way? Is he okay over there? Go over there real quick and just double check on him, okay? So you've seen good scale. Now we're gonna look at something not so fitting. I'm gonna warn you, the images you're about to see are ugly. So you guys are probably saying to yourself right now, Matt LaMarche has no idea what he's talking about. That's not landscaping. You're exactly right. But I do know scale, and that scale is whack. Guys, the sun is setting here in Atlanta, Georgia. We still got a lot to do. Come on, don't give up on me yet.
Better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts. Accountants count me in. Make millions every year. The South champion. Cause all I do, all I.
All right, guys, here we are. These are two of my maintenance customers. Now, the next thing we're gonna talk about here is value. No, guys. I'm not talking about the value of your home. I'm talking about the value that good landscaping adds to it. When landscaping is done right, it can be the biggest ROI producer in value for your home. Let me explain, because I know Eric is a stickler for good math. Here's what I mean. If you spend $10,000 on a landscaping project, that means that you're gonna get $8,500 in value increase from it. Guys, that's huge, and I know bathrooms and kitchens and bedrooms and all of that stuff is really important, but good landscaping can add just as much value if you're smart about it. All right, I know it's getting late, but the last thing I want to touch on is the value of your home relative to those guys, up here. Hold on, we'll get to that in a minute. Facebook, Instagram. Guys, I've used the power of social media to grow my business, and I know you guys can do the same, but definitely screenshot our Instagram on the next snap. I know Eric said that we're going to take you guys on a wild ride today, so hope you had a great time. If you did, hit the chat. Let him know what your favorite part was. Guys, thanks again for following along. I had a great time. I want you to take a look at the next screen, though. The next snap is going to be my code. Screenshot it.